Good morning. It is actually Tuesday, December 15th. So starting this vlog a little bit late and just wrapped up the last vlog a little bit late. But as I mentioned then, I'm about halfway through Fable by Adrian Young. This is a sea-based story and you follow Fable, our main character, who was abandoned by her father. Her father runs a ship that she had been on. Her mother also died when she was younger. Her father, as I said, abandoned her on an island, and she essentially since then has just been trying to survive on this island. And she dredges pyre and trades that for coin, and is trying to ultimately be able to survive and collect enough coin to be able to get passage to one of the main port cities where her father is. And it's been a lot of fun so far. It's not a character-based story, it's more of a plot-based fantasy, but it's been fun, it's been entertaining, it's relatively fast-paced, and it's just been kind of fun to follow her adventures trying to again survive and collect enough coin and buy passage on a ship. And so you kind of follow the adventure of her on this ship trying to get to this port city from the island that she was abandoned on. Anyway, I'm having fun with this. As I said, I'm about halfway-ish through. I'm still hoping to finish that one up relatively quickly. I'm also about halfway through Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson, and I think I have 13 hours left in that audiobook. I'm loving it. It's so good. It might be one of my favorite Brandon Sandersons. And this one, again, follows a couple of sisters. One was trained her entire life to engage in a political marriage, and you know, at the last minute her father actually decides her younger sister Siri, our main character, or I guess one of our main characters, her younger sister Siri, is the one that's actually going to go and enter this political marriage, or enter into this political marriage to hopefully prevent war. And so Siri's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Her sister is trying to do what she can to find her sister and save her, essentially, or protect her, do whatever she can for her sister. And there's a bunch of politics going on in this court. So Siri is about to marry the Demon King, or sorry, not the Demon King, the God King. And there are other gods that are in this court. Like, there's only one God King, but there are other gods in this court. And there are interesting things to do with the magic system. The magic system involves breaths that kind of give people life, but also can give inanimate objects life, and you can kind of use that to your advantage. So breath is kind of the basis of this magic system, but it's super interesting. Light Song is, I think what I was thinking of, is one of the gods that's also a main character, and it's hilarious. I love Light Song's perspective, but I'm enjoying all of the perspectives in this right now. I really am enjoying all of them. There's not one that I really just am wanting to get back to when I'm in another perspective. Like, I'm just enjoying all of them. So it's really, really funny, especially Light Song's perspective. So I'm having such a good time with it. And yeah, so I'm hoping to finish those two this week. I think my next physical book, I'm checking out my shelves over there, I think my next physical book might be, Gilded Ones. I'm not sure. I'll need to figure that out and what I'm in the mood for next. I think my next audiobook might be starting the 5th season, and actually finally starting that series. So again, we'll see, but I'll keep you posted later. Alright, bye. And it is Thursday morning, checking in the middle of the week. Who is she? Just wanted to say that I have finished Fable by Adrian Young. I had such a fun time with this one. As I've mentioned, I normally read my sea ship based books in the summer, but I've just been wanting to catch up on my fairy leads, so I wanted to get caught up and read this one. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I honestly just had a blast reading this one. I read physically and listened to the audiobook. There were a few times I was mostly or only listening to the audiobook, but I was mostly doing both. I had a fun time with this one. This one was just a blast, and I think the writing was good. I really enjoyed the writing style. I think the characters were fine to decently strong in this one. It was mostly plot driven, I think. The romantic elements I actually didn't mind as much as I usually do, so there's that. But it was just entertaining. It was so much fun. So definitely enjoyed that. I don't remember how many hours I have left of Warbreaker, but I've made some more progress in Warbreaker and I'm still absolutely loving that. So for my next physical one, I just last night started the Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. And yeah, so I'm only a couple of chapters in, not many thoughts yet. I will say the writing style so far has been a tad heavy-handed for my taste, but we'll see. I'm barely into this, so I will talk more about this once I read some more. But yeah, that is the update for now. Okay, I only have a moment, but it is Saturday afternoon. I just finished Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. I absolutely adored this. The audiobook was great, by the way. Love the audiobook. And this one is so good. It might be my favorite Brandon Sanderson. It's really hard to tell because all his books are so different. But this one might be my favorite one of his, along with Final Empire. I don't know, it's hard. But this one was so great. I think I mentioned a brief synopsis of this one and started to talk about it, but just the politics of this one is super interesting. The characters are fan-freaking-tastic. I loved just this world. I was so sucked into this world. It was incredible. And oh my god, I just had such a fun time just trying to figure out what the heck the characters would do, as they are so, you know, one princess, the younger princess, is sent in her older sister's stead into a political marriage. And so she's trying to survive court politics and court life, and her older sister, who was supposed to go into this marriage, is trying to find her and protect her and rescue her, essentially. And kind of finds out that things are far more complicated, that there's a bunch of politics afoot in some of the, so there's the, you know, the God King and then some other gods that are in this court. And there's huge just happenings between you know, these gods and the priests and some of the people in the capital. And so the older sister, who is supposed to go into this marriage, is trying to figure out what's going on so that she can figure out the best way to rescue her sister, and realizes that there could be war coming. And she knew vaguely that part of why this political marriage was supposed to happen in the first place was to kind of make sure that war wouldn't happen. But even though her sister has gone into this marriage and, you know, hopefully kind of helped prevent that from happening, she realizes that war might be very close to occurring. So she's trying to figure out what to do about that. It was so good. It was so good. I'm so glad I listened to this one. So I just wanted to give you that quick update. I am also about 100 pages into the Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. So I'm still kind of settling into this world. She has gone through, so there's this blood ceremony that people at the age of 16 need to go through. And if you bleed gold, then you are ostracized and you're part of a you know, kind of a bad group of people. And if you bleed red, then you are normal and can stay in the community. And of course our main character bleeds gold and is, you know, is essentially given the choice of, like, you can continue to be ostracized in this community and very, very brutally dealt with in this community, or you can go and join kind of the kingdoms. There's a special army that the kingdom is forming to help contain a threat from another group of people or another group of creatures that are kind of attacking around this kingdom. And so she ultimately goes to join this military force, and that's kind of where I'm at in the story, and I think basically where the synopsis leaves off. So, you know, I'm enjoying it so far. Nothing particularly special so far to me, but we'll see as the book goes on. So yeah, those are the updates for now. Good morning. It is Tuesday, December 22nd. So here to wrap up this past week's reading vlog a tad bit late, but had such a good reading week finishing Fable and Warbreaker. I am currently, let's see, 170 pages into The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. I also have about 7 hours left in the audiobook for the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin, which is what I started after listening to Warbreaker. And I think that's 7 hours of actual listening time. I am listening at 1.65 speed right now, and I think Audible is starting to actually show you, based on how fast you're listening to it or what speed you're listening to it, to an audiobook, I think they're showing the time that you actually have left as of very recently. So I think I have 7 hours or so of listening time left in that audiobook. And this one I'm getting more into, but still not head over heels or loving it yet. I think it's just targeted a slightly younger audience than YAs that I tend to enjoy. But I'm going to keep going. I'm still interested enough to keep going for sure and see where the story goes. I'm definitely enjoying the 5th season so far. Definitely very interesting in so many ways. But I'll talk more about those in next week's reading vlog. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more bookish content and to keep up with my weekly reading vlogs. And I'll leave my Twitter and Instagram link down below. That's where I like to hang out. I will also leave more information below about how you can support the Black Lives Matter movement. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.